Okay, are we good to start? Okay, before I start, can I please ask all of you who are sitting alone to move next to somebody? Don't be alone. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Ioana, aka the Happyholic. And before I will say a couple of words about myself, I would like to talk about the topic I'm tackling today, which is Happyholism for creatives, or how not to always take things too seriously. I figured that if I named my session How Not to Take Things Too Seriously, then no one will show up. Okay, so what I will start with is talking about a little bit of weirdness and a little bit of fun, and how that can make you feel a lot better and do better work. So, as I said, just be a bit weird, a bit creative, a bit fun, and then if you do that, you'll probably start thinking more outside the box and be more creative. Now, I don't know, I can start with an example. I would like to maybe hear some examples from you as well. So, for example, I was working in an ad agency, and our weird habit when we were brainstorming was we had this bucket of IKEA beads. I don't know if you know them. You put them on this plastic thing, then you iron them and you create patterns and they melt and they stick together. And we had this bowl, and whenever we would stress out and not have any ideas about what the hell we're going to do, we would just stick our hands in there, and it was such a great feeling and so much fun, especially when we would go to meetings just carrying our little bowl with our colorful beads. Now, I don't know, can anyone share with us some weird little habits or some fun things that you guys are doing? No one? Are you all super serious and never a little bit weird? Yeah?
I puppeteer, so I speak to puppets just to get ideas.
That's great. Anyone else? Okay.
We usually get drunk about 3 o'clock on Fridays. Nothing too crazy.
We'll get back to what you just said.
That's absolutely normal.
Exactly. I say Fridays, I mean Thursdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a bit. Okay, so now I would like to present myself a little bit, so that you can understand why I chose to talk about this specific topic. So as I said, my name is the Happyholic. I'm Ioana. I'm going to be 24 in 5 days, and I'm currently studying in Edinburgh. If you asked me half a year ago what I'm doing, I would have said I'm a graphic designer. Right now, I decided to transition a little bit, and I'm really interested in corporate happiness and how we can design tools and resources so that companies can be, so that employees can be happier and therefore more productive and efficient. So I'm no longer designing artworks, but trying to figure out how you can design the perfect environment in a company. Yeah, that's sort of me being a little bit weird. That was my inspiration for my logo. So I became a Happyholic, even though at the beginning I was not really that much into happiness. I was a happy person, and in high school everybody was making fun of me for always being super happy, and they always had the impression that I was not really taking things too seriously and I was just very superficial. But then I went to uni and I realized that I'm really interested in the topic of happiness. So I did my final project on that. And my aim right now is to happify the world in whatever way I can. So I will show you just a couple of examples of my work and how I try not to be very serious and take things in a more relaxed way. So I started this project when I started working in the ad agency, which was a month after I graduated. And I was super motivated to do things, and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to work, but I was in a senior team, the only junior, so I didn't have a lot of work. And because I needed to do something, I started this 2-month project where every day I would design a new Russian doll. This is very cheesy. It went literally from any topic. Then I decided to rebrand my country because Romania has quite a bad reputation usually. And not only that, but so far there were no really efficient campaigns. So I decided not to talk about what Romania is, but what Romania is not. And if you are planning on going to Budapest, just don't come to Romania, please. It's called Bucharest. Remember that. If you're looking for a holiday on your own, just don't come to Romania. If you're looking for a relaxing holiday, don't come to Romania. And if you're the kind of person who likes planning all your trips and so on, don't come to Romania. Then I decided to open a department store. But the thing is, I'm still looking for investors and funding. So what I decided to do before building the department store was to design a campaign which would advertise what kind of products I would be selling, which would be hugs, which are absolutely ensuring your heart, trust me. Positive thinking, that's really, really tasty candy, and it's legal, moral, and sugar-free. Yeah, have you heard about the Good Mood app? It's free and you can download it. And of course, yeah, some organic juice every morning, consume happiness. And yeah, you can try on the new Smile for if you're into more luxurious goods. They're everlasting perfection. And as a matter of fact, I like keeping memories. And I like capturing moments. And would it be possible to take a picture of you right now? I will not be posting it anywhere. Okay, you can say cheese. Cheese. Thank you. Okay, now let's get down to business. And talk a bit about, well, the original topic. I will start by saying that a culture and an organization is what it's basically reflected in all of its external representation. If the culture is very stiff and cold and unfriendly, then the way it's represented externally is just the same through, I don't know, not so creative customer service or advertising that's not really sticking out. Whereas if the culture is actually fun and people are having fun doing work, of course, that will be visible to everyone else. And now I would like to talk about you and about the fact that nowadays, especially here, since we're in the UK, you know, there's you and there's no formal you. There's no vous, there's no zi, there's no usted, and there's no dumneavoastră. That's the Romanian word for formal you. That's, who would want to use such a sausage long word? We live in a world where that you is actually quite open, and you know, we're all over social media, and if you actually spend half a day stalking someone weirdly, then you might be able to find what they ate, where they partied, where they're going on holiday. So what I'm trying to say is that this theatrical curtain of privacy does no longer exist that much. We're more open, and we're not judging people for being a little bit weird and having a little bit more fun than we read in books on how people should actually be or act and so on. And we realize we're human and we're not perfect, and we make fun of ourselves. And then you ask yourself, banks, for example. You walk into a bank, how many times did you walk into a bank where the desks were full of colorful flowers and where on walls you could see funky posters? And you ask yourself, why? Because seriousness, of course, banks are the places where, you know, you have to feel safe and you have to be able to trust them. But just being a little bit more open and more creative does not necessarily mean that they're not to be trusted. And there's this example I really liked in Romania, a country where, again, people address themselves with dumneavoastră, where ING Bank decided to treat their external communication in a completely different way. If you look at the advertising world in Romania, you would see it's very formal and conventional, and they're not really going outside the box. And I really like that. And then, of course, you all know about the kings of not taking themselves too seriously. Do you? I'm actually going to show you the latest video they launched, but okay, I have to see, how do I make this full screen? Sorry. That's one. And then I actually picked 3 videos that I wanted to show you. I'll just do this. I won't go back to my slides because it's easier to just show them to you directly. There's this Burger King campaign, which I thought was brilliant.
Damn bitches be on my nerves right now. I can't even watch a simple YouTube video without these advertisements popping up.
YouTube ads. I hate these things. This guy's just trying to watch a graphic animal attack video, but no, I have to sit through an ad. Ah, stupid, incredible deal. This guy's just trying to watch a screaming goat video, all black highlights, watch a music video, Jimmy Fallon clip, an Anchorman 2 trailer, North Korean babies play the guitar, but no, they have to sit through an ad.
And then, of course, the latest one, I'm sure you all know it. The book.
You know, once in a while, something comes along that changes the way we live. A device so simple and intuitive, using it feels almost familiar. Introducing the 2015 IKEA catalog. It's not a digital book or an e-book. It's a book. The first thing to note is no cables. Not even a power cable. The 2015 IKEA catalog comes fully charged and the battery life is eternal. The interface is 7.5 by 8 inches, but can expand to 15 by 8 inches. The navigation is based on tactile touch technology, which you can actually feel. Content comes pre-installed via 328 high-definition pages of inspiring and furnishing items. To start browsing, simply touch and drag. Right to left to move forwards, left to right to move backwards. Notice something else? That's right, no lag. Each crystal clear page loads instantaneously, no matter how fast you scroll. If you want to get a quick overview, just hold it in the palm of your hand and using just your thumb, speed browse the content. If you find something you want to save for later, you can simply bookmark it. And even if you close the application, you can easily find the bookmark again. Amazing. What about multiple users? For that, we've introduced a simple color-coding system to avoid confusion. If you want to share a particularly inspiring item, you literally share it. Another special feature is password protection, which is voice activated. Excuse me, that's mine. At IKEA, we feel that technology, this life enhancing, should be in the hands of everyone. So the 2015 IKEA catalog is free. You can download one from your mailbox, the one you open with the key. If it's not there, try refresh the next day. Or you can upload yourself to the IKEA store and find one there. Experience the power of a book.
Okay, but in those cases, you know, it's always about you and your client. And sometimes if it doesn't work out, it's not always you. There are some external factors that play an important role in that. You know, funky is not the same for a non-designer as it is for a designer. The amount of times I've heard design something funky and then when I send something funky, colorful, and the way I saw it funky, the feedback was, hey, but we need something more serious. We need something less colorful. And it's the same with colorful and funny and playful. And that's when we should stop thinking about this and we should stop focusing more on ourselves, on the you we were talking before. And that you can play an important role in developing a great relationship with your client, which will make your work more pleasant, of course, and create a long-term commitment with your client so that he will be back to you. Tony Shai, the CEO of Zappos, said, to wow, you must differentiate yourself, which means to do something a little unconventional and innovative. Tony Shai, as I said, CEO of Zappos, wrote this amazing book, which I read a couple of months ago, Delivering Happiness. It's a book I absolutely recommend to all of you. It's about how to create a great culture in an organization and how to deliver the best customer service. And that's why I was saying that culture plays such an important role, because if the culture is not there, then the customer service, the best customer service, is probably not there either. So today I actually put up 10 things to do to become a happyholic and to wow your potential client. And they're sort of put together from my own perspective, from my own point of view, as a happyholic. One thing, of course, would be smile and look them in the eyes. Looking people in their eyes make you feel, seem confident. And actually, did you know that happy people smile on average 45 times a day? And you know, an extra smile would never harm anyone. Actually, kids smile 400 times a day. No wonder why they're happy. Hug them, which can be a little bit weird, of course, but hey, why not? Do you know that 6 times is the necessary time to promote the flow of oxytocin and serotonin, which are mood-boosting chemicals that promote bonding? And actually, the reason why I asked you not to be alone and not to sit alone was because I was thinking to create some bonding in this room, where most of us, I guess, we don't know each other. So, I don't know. Would you like to hug the person next to you for about 6 seconds? Don't be shy. You will feel a very strong bonding afterwards. Yeah.
For 6 seconds.
Another step I would add to that is graphic facilitation. You're all artists. It's nice to graphically facilitate your meetings. It will look weird when you're with a marketing manager who's trying to explain what you're supposed to be doing in your brief. But it will help you understand better, and it will help the communication between you and your client be easier. Make a joke. I'm not a good joke person, but I have a really bad memory, actually. But hey, it's fine. At the beginning of a meeting, if you make a joke, it can only relax the atmosphere. Or if you felt tension during the meeting, a joke at the end can always make it better. And it doesn't have to be the smartest of the jokes, but everyone appreciates a little humor. There's another thing which I believe is really important. Design everything. Because, as I said before, you're all artists, so the way you present your work is very important. And they make your idea stick out. Surprise. Pleasantly, of course. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. I have this belief that promising less and delivering more is always great. And I've been actually doing that in my projects, and it's always really nice when you get feedback. Be transparent about your process and human. which means let them know if you're stuck in the middle of a project. Show your clients your sketches. Show them what you're doing, because it can help you understand if you're doing the right thing, and it can help your client understand what you're doing and where you're going. And yes, of course, your client is your friend. So treat him as such and invest time in developing your relationship. Treat him as not as the friend you would ditch on a Saturday night because he's acting weird, but as the friend, as the guy who's actually moving in on a Sunday evening when you absolutely don't feel like leaving your bed, but you still go and help him. And then, of course, getting back to the drinking part, enjoy a drink together. It makes people more creative and more comfortable. And it's quite funny because I read an article about this 2 days ago, which was actually, there's a huge study going on right now about the fact that companies who let their employees drink during meetings tend to be more creative and efficient. So alcohol is actually not that bad as long as you don't overdo it, of course. And of course, don't end the relationship. Follow-up emails, dinner and drinks can always be great ways to keep people close by. And that's it. Now, if you have any questions or want to start a brainstorming session to continue the 10 things. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.